Hi everyone, welcome to this Friday's YouTube tutorial. So this is my second video and we realized to film horizontal instead of vertical so that we avoid those black lines on the side. So thanks for your patience while we try to figure this all out. I did a poll on Instagram. If you do not follow us, it's at Dana's Bakery. I'll tag it below. But I wanted to know what everyone wanted us to make because we're going to start making these videos every week and posting them to YouTube on our channel. A lot of people were commenting about our cotton candy macaroons. They love the cotton candy macaroon. They want to know how to make them. This is a really fun recipe and I wanted to show you how we do it because in our last video, we made macaroons from scratch and we used white granulated domino sugar. It's the same concept to make a cotton candy macaroon, except we actually use floss sugar, which is basically cotton candy sugar, and it comes in a bunch of different flavors and colors. You can do blue raspberry, which is what we use. You can use pink cotton candy, which I think it's strawberry or cherry. I'm not sure, but either way, we use the blue raspberry. It's the box with the scary clown on it. You can get it on Amazon or anywhere where they sell cotton candy supplies. And we actually use this sugar to replace the regular white granulated sugar when we make our meringue, and it gives you a nice blue cotton candy flavor without having to use additives or cotton candy fake substitute flavor. So I'm going to show you how to make this today. I'm also going to show you how to tie-dye them. I'm going to do a white sugar version and a blue floss sugar cotton candy version, and we're going to tie-dye them in the bag. So let's get started. First things first, to make our meringue, we're going to take our blue cotton candy floss sugar. I'm going to pour it in there, and I'm going to then take my aged egg whites. So basically I'm making a meringue, but I'm using the floss sugar instead of the white sugar, and it smells really good because it's cotton candy. I'm going to mix it just like we do our regular meringue with white sugar. Get it all incorporated. You'll see it's blue in color and it smells like cotton candy. And then I'm going to put it on the mixer right here. So we're going to put it on the mixer like so. I'm going to whip to stiff peaks just like I do with our regular meringue. Now I'm going to test the batter, the meringue. It's not done yet, so let's go back for more. You can keep zoomed in. So I don't think it's ready yet, but I just kind of want to show you how actually it might be ready. So this is why we do the bowl test. A lot of times you're going to make your meringue and you're going to think it's not ready, and then people tend to over whip. So if you'll notice, I am turning the bowl upside down and I'm looking at the rim of the bowl and it's not sliding, which means that my meringue is done and I'm good to go for the next one. So if you wanted to do all blue macaroons, you would basically just stick with this one meringue and then make them all blue. But since I want to make them blue and white tie-dye, I'm going to do the same thing with my other bowl. Going to pour my sugar in, and I'm going to pour my egg whites. And in my other video, which is linked below, you'll notice that I do things a little bit differently when I make my meringue. I put everything in the bowl first, and then I whisk it together and put it on the mixer. A lot of the times people will start with their egg whites and slowly pour their sugar in. I don't like to do that because I find that you get more sugar on the outside of the bowl than you do inside of the bowl, and then your ratios are off. So I like to start it this way. I'm going to do white, and I'm going to have my blue, and then we're going to fold in our ingredients. So let's get this meringue started.
Whip it! Whip it good!
I just want to show you how the meringue is really loose and it's almost like a yellow white see-through. color, and then as the meringue starts to mature and it's really whipped well, you're going to see it's going to become light and fluffy and white like fluff, and that's exactly what you want.
Around, you must whip it, you will never live it down unless you whip it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the bowl. Let's do the bowl test. I'm gonna give it maybe 30 more seconds.
Correct that whip.
Great. So I'm pretty sure that this meringue is done, and I will show you the bowl test one more time, because why not? Fold it over. It's not falling. We're good to go. So now we're going to incorporate our dry ingredients with our wet ingredients, just like you make any other macaroon using the French method, which is the method that we're using here. And I'm going to take my mixture of almond flour and powdered sugar, pour half of the batter in, and I'm going to start to fold. And if you missed my first video, I talk about folding technique, and it's all in there, so it's linked below. You can come and take a look so that I can give you those details in the other video. Once it's mostly incorporated, I'm going to pour the rest in. And we're gonna fold. So this is basically where I get my arm workout. I don't have to go to the gym. I don't have to do arms. I just have to make macaroons all day.
Work, 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 work. You see me happy, work, 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 work. You see me do me.
All right. So almost there, not there yet.
Work, 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 work. When you
Okay, so let's leave that one. Now let's do this one.
get ready for work, 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 work. You see me happy, work, 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 work. You see me do me.
Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, now that we have our cotton candy batter and our regular macaroon batter done and folded, and I got my arm worked out for the day, I'm going to get my piping bag ready. This is my favorite tip, and I will show you again. Take your piping bag, you take your piping tip, place the tip in the bag like so, shimmy it and squeeze it in there so if you turn it upside down, the tip does not fall out. Wipe off extra meringue batter from your hands. Okay, I take a twist, I push the twist inside the opening of the macaroon tip, the piping tip. I'm going to score, pull off the top, leave the twist intact because that's going to stop the batter from coming out the bottom of your tip. And now we have all these takeout containers because we use them for production at the bakery. But you might have these left over from your takeout. You can use a vase. I always never know which one to say because people say different things all the time. But put it in here, and now I'm going to start to layer. So I'm going to do a dollop of the cotton candy. I'm going to do a little bit of my white. Can you see this? I'm going to do a little bit more cotton candy and a little bit more of my white. Now, depending on how tie-dye you want the macs to be, you would do littler bits, but the bag will basically look like this. And this is your cotton candy flavored and your non-cotton candy flavored macaroon batter. And then we start piping, which is the fun part. So I'm going to turn my tray this way, and I'm going to use our Dana's Bakery parchment paper, which has the circle guide. If for whatever reason you don't have our parchment or a circle guide, counting to 3 is my method that usually helps, and I teach people how to use it when they're learning how to make macaroons. It ensures that you make them all the same size so that they bake evenly. Every top has to have a bottom, and if you have some small macaroons on the tray and some large macaroons on the tray, they're not going to bake the same. So you want to make sure that they're all the same size. So if you come on in, let's get started piping.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's why yet. It's your primitive, it's why yet. If you get a...
So now that's done. We're going to tap the tray. Just like this. Now let's say that they're done, and I put them in my magical oven. And I carefully take them out of my magical oven. Here we go. Macaroons made from scratch, half cotton candy, half vanilla flavored. And now I'm going to fill them with our cotton candy buttercream. So we use an Italian buttercream for our recipes, and next week I will do a video on how to make our buttercream, because it's basically the same concept where you use floss sugar instead of regular granulated sugar, white sugar, and that's what gives you your cotton candy flavor. So I can do that video for you next week. But in the meantime, let's start filling. Okay, now we assemble. So hold them by the foot, 90 degrees. I push it together and I stop once it hits the edge. I'll do one more for you. Let's do this one because it has a ton of filling. 90 degrees, I stop once it hits the edge. Do another one. 90 degrees. There you go. So that's how we make our cotton candy macaroons. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be filming these videos every week, and every week getting a little bit better and better as we learn how to navigate YouTube. And thanks for watching. Cheers.